Hey, good morning, everybody. Sarasota Tim. Check it out. It is back by popular demand. We'll get outside and we'll be talking about it. Hey, good morning, everybody. Sarasota Tim. Hope you like that little introduction there inside 7-Eleven. Hazelnut is back, and it is good coffee. Oh, my gosh. It's the best cup of coffee I ever had in my life. That's good. Well, it is an update time, morning chat. My eye is still half asleep. We went to bed with the chickens last night at 7 o'clock. Yesterday we went back in time, like to biblical times, like to Noah's time. Yeah, it rained all day long. And so after dinner, having those prime rib hamburgers that were out of this world, I grilled them on the small propane grill. And I may have to return it because it doesn't know low from high. No matter what you put the dial on, it's full on over high. I don't know if the burner is something wrong with it or what. It's only been used like 5 times. So, yep, may have to return it and get another one. Because it's an awesome grill. It really cooks it up great. If you get these burgers at Walmart, you've seen me shop for them. Get the prime rib pre-shaped burgers, not the Angus beef. They're probably okay too, but everyone that's eaten, including Jolene last night, said that's a good hamburger. There's a certain taste. If you've ever had a good hamburger in your life, there's just that certain taste sometimes when you get a good one that the meat has. And say what you want about Walmart, but they've been a hit every time. The prime rib burgers, already shaped. I think there's 4 of them in a pack. In fact, I know that's what they are. So naturally, I got up at 1. I asked Siri what time it was. And maybe it might even have been midnight. I don't know. But it was like, all right, I got enough sleep. But of course, I haven't been up since then. So I got back off. I looked at the phone. And I got back off to sleep. And got up at 4. 4 was the time that I spent some time on the phone answering quite a few comments, reading the comments, and answering those that took the time to try to help me with the dilemma of the bike and the seats and the traveling and taking that camper or the other camper and getting a topper and selling what I got and changing my life around. Let me tell you, I love you all. You all mean well. I have no problem with your ideas. Because what I've really learned is when you put something out there on the video, so many of you come up with the best ideas that were like simple, but I wouldn't have thought of. So keep them coming. I really, I think that the bike thing is back here with the seats out. The seats are in. They're in there with the bolts hand tight. It's just going to be the best way to transport them back to Jacksonville than leave them out. And especially I'm not leaving for a few more days. I'm going to the Toyota dealer for an oil change and just have them laying back there. That backflip that covers my truck, it is not 100% waterproof. Water does get down in there. That's why those totes and everything won't have any problem. But I'm not going to put my seats back there when I can just stick them right back where they came. I just pulled them out to see how it would go. It was so simple. 8 big bolts with no lock washers, I showed you, and they pull right out. Well, this one over here doesn't pull right out. This one over here needs, I need to go work out. That was heavy. Oh man, that is good coffee. 7-Eleven coffee. It don't get any better than that. So I will remove the seats, or I will leave the seats to keep the rat from eating them, as some have suggested. I can remove even just the one side. I have options. I can leave them over at my neighbor's wrapped. He has a complete car porch cover, but it is outside. It just has a cover versus, leaving them on the ground under the flagstaff or whatever with rain. No, not going to do that. If they don't go in the door, and they're not going to go in the door. They will go to my neighbor's, and he will most definitely oblige me. He's a very nice person. So the bike can go back here easily. We know that. But I really am going to try today to see if I simply remove the handlebar like it came when they shipped it to me. The cables keep it together to the bike, but it can be moved where you can move it to the side and lay it on top, not just fold it and swept back. They can actually be moved. Anyway, enough about the bike and the truck and the packing. What else you got? Well, I'm going to be going to the Toyota dealer today or tomorrow, whenever they give me an appointment. I got to start the truck. I'm hot. Oh boy, it's going to connect to Bluetooth. Shut me off. I'll have to restart the video. I got to have air conditioning. There's already a bunch of little bugs, those little light bugs flying around in here. Oh, give me AC. It is 73 degrees I thought it was still on. I knew it would kick off. I was saying, if you didn't hear me, it's 73 degrees at 5:45 a.m. And all of that water, that rain that came down is just, the humidity is just awful. The canopy's coming. That's going to be a game changer. Let's talk about that. When that tent comes, first of all, it looks like a church. It's white. It has 4 side curtains. 2 you can drape open from front to back. Well, it's a square. And the 2 on the side, you can arrange the windows and you can put them in any way you want. It's up to you. Have clear windows. And so I'm excited about that because people were asking, how are you going to change? How are you going to this or that? Well, I don't try to change laying down in the cramper, in the teardrop. I can change. I have a tent room that I can put up that it's a changing room or a place to put the bucket for when you don't have if I'm not in an RV park or a truck stop or whatever, and there's no real toilet and you got to go. I have a privacy tent in which to do that, and I have a way to just change in there. But generally, I can just open the 2 doors and stand between them and change my pants. I mean, folks, it's really simple. Let's talk about that. Some people are really saying, just a few, that this is a big mistake. I need to take the big, 7,000-pound trailer and drag it all around the country at 8 miles to the gallon and set it all up, every day, every other day as I move around quite frequently as I plan on doing. No. Now, did I think I was going to do that? Absolutely. Absolutely figured this is the best. This is going to be the greatest. Look at this beautiful home I have. Look at this great camper and 2 big 30-pound propane tanks and furnaces and a slide-out queen bed, my closet, my showers, my porcelain toilet. Yes, that was the absolute desire and plan and dream. But since then, to me, now to you, you don't want to go through all the setup. You have a spouse, you have somebody else. That's going to be way too small. I could never do it. I could never do it if I had somebody else in my life in this little teardrop. They have a teardrop you can actually stand in that has a shower and a wet bath. I still couldn't do it with another person. It is still a single person's deal. Now, I know people will argue with me and say, no, I got somebody and I got that one that you can stand up in. Well, I lived in a Wolf Pup 16-footer, and that was a palace compared to a teardrop. And while it was very doable, I could tell that there was another person in there, though. It was very comfortable with one. So believe me, I've got experience here, talking from experience. But the teardrop that I have, the coffin, the cramper, I love it. I've been sleeping in it, a couple of weeks now almost, or over like 10 days, however long I've had it. And it's fantastic. I mean, I'm running that air conditioning, and I don't have to worry if I have electric or I can't get into a, RV park. I got a generator. And if I'm somewhere where I have to use that generator, I'm going to be somewhere where that generator isn't going to be bothering anybody or near me. I simply start it. I can start it with a button. I can push a button, or I can pull it. And I'll maybe demonstrate that to you today when I do the oil change. And I can have all the electricity in the world I want, including providing electricity for that flagstaff, should I have pulled that with me. But you have to understand, folks, you got to be tough. That's another one of my saying. You got to be tough. It is going to be so much easier on me mentally knowing I'm dragging something I forget that's back there, but yet provides every single thing that any size RV has. Different size, but there's a kitchen, there's a bathroom, there is a bed, there is air conditioning, there is heat, there is security, there is waterproof, there's everything that I need. And now with this little Annex Easy Up tent that goes up in seconds compared to that thing that came with it. Why anybody would buy that, I don't know. Maybe it was by mistake. A lot of people buy them. They are a pain. I mean, you got like 16 things you got to tie. You got to slide it through this track. It's very heavy. It won't go. You got to push it from one end and pull it on the other. It takes two people. In fact, I even pulled it off Facebook. I'm not even going to sell it. I don't even know what I'm going to do with it. It'll go with it, whoever buys the teardrop from me. The teardrop will be sold when I'm done with my excursion. I do not need 2 RVs. And unless I want to go out on a second trip and I have such a ball and I say, well, next year I'll do it again. Who knows, folks? Maybe the next year I will take the big camper. Maybe the next year I will only go to 2 or 3, and this is when I would take the flagstaff. If I knew I was going for a month, a week, or even 2 weeks to one place, or even 2 places, I wouldn't have bought that. I wouldn't even have considered it. It's only because I'm going to be touring, and I don't need to put getting 8 miles per gallon. I don't need to burn that much gas going the amount of miles and covering the nation as far as I want to go. I want to see it all. I mean, I may not see anything. Who knows? The Lord could take me today. But if the Lord provides it for me to go, I don't want to be setting that big camper up and dragging that thing all over the nation. I just don't want to do it. If I have to transport it to live somewhere else, if I have to transport it to go on a vacation for a month or a couple of weeks or even a couple of places, 100%, that would be the unit to take. But not for this popping around and moving around every day, every 2 days. No. I found that out when we took the Wolf Pup in October, and I got up to Maggie Valley, and I got a 2-night stay. And the hell I went through putting that up and down. Next thing I knew, it was checkout time, get out or give us more money. And I had to do all this stuff and everything. It was just sewer pipes and hoses and, oh, no. It's a lot. I wonder with what people are doing that are traveling, if they're going to one place, stopping over at rest stops or truck stops to get there. Yes, you do what you got to do to get there. If you're going all the way across the United States, you're going to be moving every day in a big camper. I get it. But you're going to a place, a set destination. If you are out there and you're just going to go tool around, and there are YouTubers that do it, I get it. I don't know how often they move. I know these big YouTubers that have these huge fifth wheels. And that's how they make a living. They're on YouTube. But, there's two of them. And that helps. That helps. That makes a big difference too. I don't have a second person. So this is just going to be fun. It's going to be adventurous. It's going to be nomadic. It's going to be what I want. And if I turn out to be wrong and don't know what I want, I can always turn around and come right down the 10 to Jacksonville, get rid of this thing or leave it where I'm at and take the other one and go back out, because I'm not on a week vacation or a 2-week vacation. I am retired and rejoicing. That's what John Wayne said in a movie, True Grit. No, that was actually Rooster Cogburn. So, I'm going to go to the gym, get a shower. Gym update. All right. LA Fitness, there aren't any. In comparison to Planet Fitness, there are almost like none compared to Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness and LA Fitness are on my Silver Sneakers, where Medicare pays the monthly fee. However, LA Fitness memberships, they don't have a $10 a month. They have it must be $30, $40, $45, whatever it is a month. It's not cheap. And Silver Sneakers pays it. And it also includes nationwide coverage. They may have a one location only deal. I don't know. But Planet Fitness has two. They have one store, one location, $10 a month. No tanning bed, no water jet, massage bed, none of those other little things they've got in the back room. No other locations, just that and the gym, the locker room, and the facilities, the weights. That's called the $10 a month plan. Then they have plan 2, the Black Card. The Black Card is, you get all those other things I talked about, tanning bed, massage bed, all the locations nationwide for $26 a month, called the Black Card. Well, Silver Sneakers only wants to pay the minimum fee for each gym you want to join, no matter what gym it is that participates with Silver Sneakers. So I'm going to have to cancel Silver Sneakers. I don't think they're going to just let me pay the difference and upgrade to the Black Card. I'll ask, but and Planet Fitness is still getting the same amount of money, but I don't know if it's going to work that way. So I'll probably have to just cancel out, and then when the trip is over, should I want to use Planet Fitness, I can cancel my Black Card and just have Silver Sneakers pay for the $10 a month and go to the one Planet Fitness that might be near me. However, I'm going to LA Fitness in Jacksonville because I like it better, and it's right there. So, gym's a gym, locker room's a locker room. They're all brand new and nice. It's just that Planet Fitness has a lot more facilities. So I'll be doing that today. Long story longer. That way, in addition to the shower I'll be using, my own, with a gallon of water over my head, and the changing tent that I have, or my Easy Up, because it has no floor in it. That would be the simplest to shower in and change in. Big 10 by 10. What am I saying? I'm not even going to use that changing tent. I got an Easy Up now. Whoa, what was I thinking? So, we used to do this when I surfed. What you do is you take 2 gallons of water. The first gallon, you take a half of it and you pour it straight over your head. And the way it comes out of the gallon jug just completely soaks you. Then you soap up. Then you take your next gallon of water and you pour it over your head. This is when we came out of the ocean after surfing to get ready to go to work or whatever. We didn't go back home. We just changed in our truck with a towel around us. We took our wetsuits off. Everything was done outside. There was no changing room. You can put a towel around you, and the shower thing was done with our board shorts on. But I have a changing room now. I have the Easy Up, so I can get down to nothing. So you pour that over your head, and you won't believe how good of a shower that is. It just completely soaks you and rinse it. You don't just pour it out as fast as you can. You just pour it. It lasts a while. You'll get all your soap off. Believe me. And you can wash all the areas you need to wash. You can be as clean as you could ever be. That I can do when I don't have a Planet Fitness near me and I'm out somewhere else. Truck stops have showers if you want to throw down $10 or whatever it costs. So showering, restroom, not an issue. And I guess a lot of people know about my little urinal. I guess it was caught in the video of there when I was showing inside the camper of the teardrop. And I don't know what the big deal is. I mean, that's what they're for. You can buy them online at Amazon. They're awesome. If you're traveling and you can't get to a rest stop or a next gas station, they'll save your life. And I've used it a lot of times. And the way they're designed, they're a jug with a neck on it. There's even, when it comes, an attachment for the ladies. But I use it without having to get out of the teardrop at night and go outside or to the restroom that we do have. And you can do what you got to do in bed. It is awesome. And I use it every night, a couple times. I wouldn't be without it. In fact, I mean, if anything ever happened to it, I'd order another one so fast to make your head spin. Get you one. Put it in your car, man. Put it in your truck. You'll see what I'm saying. It's better than a cup. It's better than any other thing you can create because of the design. It's designed where it won't spill, and that little neck that comes up. Believe me, guys. And gals, if you get the little attachment that goes on there for you, it works. That's what they're for. All right, so what have we covered? Everything. I'm out of coffee. There's just that last sip down there. Definitely the best cup of coffee I ever had in my life. That's the big cup, too. I get the extra large, see? Extra large. I told the guy in there, I said, all right, let me put my phone number in. I said, I never get a discount, though. It never comes out to a free cup. He goes, well, you only have 150 points. You got to have 1,000 points. 1,000 points? What does that mean? How much do I have to spend to get a cup of coffee from them? Whatever. One thing I got, plenty of money. So we're going to have a good time, folks. There's going to be some great videos. I answered a couple of comments this morning about, God willing, 30 days from today, I get the all clear from my doctor and everything, and I'm down the road. I've gotten to Jacksonville. I've picked up the things that I need. I'm on the road. I'm actually way across the nation somewhere. I don't know. But where am I going to be a month from now? And what are you going to be watching? What experiences have I already had? I've done this trip, this kind of thing, by myself several times in my life. I love it. I live for it. I've been wanting to do it for the last few years. I was in a situation and in a deal where I wasn't alone, and I sacrificed my life for others to do what they want to do. It wasn't like I hated it or, I was sacrificing, I want to do what I want to do. No, it was just that I was just obliging someone else. And now it's for Tim. It's for Tim. Tim can do it. Tim wants to do it. Tim's going to do it. And this teardrop is absolutely a godsend, a blessing from the Lord he said, you've been talking about it. You've been wanting to take your Flagstaff. Now you're in this situation. You're a single guy, this and that, and you're going to do it. I'm going to provide for you. But guess what, Tim? You are not going to take the Flagstaff. You're going to drive and enjoy without worrying about dragging 7,000 pounds on your back, and then uphill in mountains, how much it would be even more, and the gas mileage, and I don't know what it can do to this truck or the transmission. I'm not going to chance it. I am stoked about getting out there with that teardrop, making videos, living my life to the fullest, and crushing it.